Believe it or not, I do not run through a crap ton of product. So my empties videos tend to be a lot more tame than what you guys are going to see today. But today, so many products, products on products on products, because I had a lot of stuff that was opened and very much used down, but just not finished, right? So I made a concentrated effort to use those products that were almost empty, um, in an effort to just completely eliminate product after product after product after product. And so that is why we have so many products that have been emptied out in the spring season. Hello, everyone. Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel. Let's get into these products. So the first thing we have here is we have the Giovanni 50/50 shampoo. We used it all the way down. We like this. This is considered a staple in our house. I actually am going to run to the store and pick up some more because the shampoo that we're using after this is pretty much almost done as well. Also on staple status, we have the matching conditioner, which is a Giovanni 50/50 conditioner. And this is, was this the first bottle or the second bottle? I'm not sure because we switched over from another Giovanni to this one. But anyhow, yes, staple status. So as soon as I no longer have a rinse out conditioner that I'm using, like either it's from the products I'm trying or whatever, I will be picking up another one of these. Okay, so you may or may not have seen the Dollar Tree deep conditioner stuff that I was doing. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It's 2 videos. Okay, so I actually totaled out all of those. So that's exactly what you're going to see. My regular deep conditioner didn't really get used. So we have here the, oh, it's a little packet, so I had to fold it up and stuff. But this is the Daytime Repairing Hair Mask. This one is the Rave All Smooth Anti-Frizz Hair Mask. This one is a tube. It is the Texture Bounce Hair Mask, Papaya, Butter, and Avocado from Bolero. I think they have 2 different versions of this one. Didn't see that in my store. And then they have this Spa Luxury Papaya and Coconut Hair Mask. There were 3 varieties of this one in my store. So if you want to see the rankings of all of these and which one was the best of the best and how they had effect on my hair, these, and especially at the $1.25 price point, go check those videos out. Okay, so the leave-in kind of category, I have not had products in this category in a while because I don't use a ton of it when I use it. And also I will just be using the same leave-in type products. So it got to be where they had a little bit of product at the bottom of each one, and so I did have to go ahead and finish those off. So we have here the Mono's Hair Styling Potion. If you saw in the original Mono's Hair video that I did on this, well, the relaunch video, I was not crazy about this. I was not a super fan of this. I found a way to use it up, which was using this as the leave-in and then topping it with the Earth Tones Naturals, and then I think maybe putting a little bit of ENBBA Naturals over the top of that, and I was okay with it as a wash and go. It was fine, but I just felt like this product made my hair feel kind of like rough and kind of just like difficult to work with. I found that later on it was okay if I applied more product, but the thing is this product is really watery. So that's that on that. Not a fan. I will not repurchase. Okay, so this is the, I think it's, no, this isn't the first product from their line that I've brought into my empties. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, this is the Camille Rose Guava Slip Detangling Leave-In. This is it's also watery. You could shake it. They actually tell you to shake it on the container. I definitely used more of this than I would typically use of a leave-in because of the watery texture. However, it went farther than I thought. I got more use out of this than I thought. My thing that I said in the video on this, and I still stand by it, is I highly recommend that they get those, like, you know, that little trigger style lid where you it needs one of those. That's usually for a more thin leave-in, something that is watery, that type of spray. And they have other products in other lines from Camille Rose that have that type of cap, so I know they have access. Okay. They need to change the lid on here, but I actually did not mind this. I felt like this leave-in, though it is light, so I know a lot of naturals won't like it for that reason, it did add slip to my hair, make my hair very easy to style. It blended well. A good wash and go combo I did with this, with the Earth Tones Naturals, top with the ENBBA. That was a good wash and go with this. I think I did another wash and go with it as well, but I can't quite think of what all I had on my hair. So I would repurchase this again, but I don't enjoy the experience of the lid. All right, you guys have seen this product a million times on here, but here we go. It is the Kinky Curly Knots Day leave-in. Y'all know I love to use this in conjunction with the other Kinky Curly products. Top with ENBBA Naturals. By the way, if you're sick and tired of me talking about ENBBA Naturals, go watch my ENBBA Naturals videos. And on top of that, I do have a discount code. I believe the code is just what the kink for, I believe it's 15% off your first purchase on their website. And also stay tuned to the fact that they do have deals and sales that they've been doing, which is why they switched the codes over to like a first time use code, because now they are offering like promotions like other brands. So that's how you know they really made it. Okay, 2 years in the game, even naturals. But anyway, yeah, you guys have heard me talk about this enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move on to the next product. Okay, this is another one that's on staple status. This is the Curl Moisture Cream from ENBBA Naturals. This is what I typically will use if I'm doing any type of style where I don't require any hold, a style where I'm not using gel. So I may be doing my hair to bun or something like that. Then this is what's going to be on that loose hair in the back of the bun. This is just the preferred product. I love this brand, ENBBA Naturals as well. But yeah, I have other stuff that's like in this category that's open, either because of reviews or whatever. So it's going to be a while before I get back around to this, because I do think I have another one that's not open, but I have like a full container of the Mono's Hair curl cream type product. So I'm not going to go open this when I have that. So we're going to say goodbye for quite a long while here. And it's time for the gel parade. It's time for the gel parade. It's time for the gel parade. We have quite a few gels here. Also, side note, Gel Parade is the name of my members only community. Got a lot cooking over there. Typically, I do more vlog style content and little moments, slice of my life type content on there. If you are interested in that, interested in me beyond hair, or you just want to support the channel with a little bit of coin every month, go ahead and become a channel member on today. The information is in the description box, but you don't need that, because if you're a subscriber, they also have a little thing that says memberships, and you can click that right next to where the subscribe button would be. So anyways, moving on to the gels. We first have here the Miss Jessie's Jelly Soft Curls. This is one that I like to layer. I usually will put something under it and then put like maybe a stronger hold gel over the top. This gives a really beautiful, like the hair is bigger, but still like really defined and still like long lasting. I can get a full week out of it just by layering it in that way. So I do quite like Miss Jessie's. I don't think I'm going to pick it up anytime soon, just because I have all these other products that I want to try. But as soon as everything calms down with all that, and I'm like in my list maintenance, use what I got or use whatever I want to mode, this will be definitely getting repurchased in the future. Oh crap, this is not a gel. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought about why I started filming, but yeah, this is the Curl Mix Moisturizer, guys. The Curl Mix Moisturizer is a lighter moisturizer. I feel like you can layer it with a lot of stuff and it really won't like clash with the gels or whatever that you're using. I will say that, y'all, I don't really like the way my hair feels with this. Like, it's serviceable. Okay, we can do something with this, but I feel like on application my hair immediately doesn't feel that great. So it's so sad to say it, because I do like this brand. I do like what they do. I like the curl mixers. I think those people are great, but I don't think I will be repurchasing this moisturizer. Hopping back to the gels, we have here the Wonder Curl Get Set Hair Jelly. I just find that this product is inconsistent. Sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's meh. And you don't know what you're going to get until you open it. Also, the scent. The new scent I don't like. I like it had like an artificial grape something type smell before. I like that. I don't like this new scent. However, I will say this works good in like a layering situation. Again, just like the Miss Jessie's, to get that fluffy, soft, but a little bit longer lasting wash and go. This is like a layering gel. Is that something I'm going to start saying now? Layering gel. I might have to start saying that. Somebody else is going to do it now at this point, child. You know what? This is why you don't think out loud on your videos. Anyways, gel that you guys know very well. This is the Kinky Curly Curling Custard. I like to use this in conjunction with the leave-in. I also like to use this in conjunction with other gels. It's that whole layering situation. This is a workhorse. This product right here, I love her. Now, like I said, I got stuff that I'm trying, things that I'm interested in, so I may not purchase one for a while, but just know, as my husband was probably thinking while he's watching this video, is the elephant heavy? This gel coming back, baby. Okay, Earth Tones. This is the Earth Tones Naturals Jelly. quite like this one, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful what you mix this with. It goes a long way. It's nice and thick. It smells pleasant, but it will leave residue as it gets old. So the hair will look beautimous the first few days, and then as it starts to get old, the flakes will appear, and then the hair just kind of like stretches and stretches out until it's not defined anymore. At least that's what it does on my hair. Will I probably repurchase this in the future? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, frozen drip and grip super hold. I have two of these. This is something that I do regularly repurchase, so it's not even up for question. I've been using this for a really long time as well. By the way, if you go into my description box, I, yeah, I'm just gonna put the direct code there, or the direct link for the code there, instead of asking you to go to where I have my sales and promotions linked at every single video. I'll just put the code here it's for 15% off at Sultanicals if you are interested. And yes, someone I think DM'd me or something like that. I do believe it's a single use code. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll just do these two together. ENBBA Naturals. First of all, this is the ENBBA Naturals topper gel. Yes, salon size. I don't know who used all this gel. Who used all of this? Not me. Anyway, yes, I have another one. I have a replacement. Y'all, this one's so old it doesn't even say the name of the product. So this is the Curl Embrace Topper, and this just says ENBBA Naturals. Period. ENBBA Naturals blank. It doesn't say anything on it, okay? So then this, I purchased this before I did that video. So this is Embrace the Base medium hold gel. So I waited when they were starting to do the little base gels. I waited until they came out with at least the medium, because I felt like the soft one, the light one, really wasn't gonna do nothing for me. I do like my hair with the medium. I had to learn how to get the best results, hence the two videos. And then I did a third video in which I did a comparison between this and the heavy hold one. Honestly, I feel like visually at first, the differences are very subtle. It's not super obvious, but then as the days went past and it got older, it was like, oh, there's definitely a difference between these levels of hold, and it may or may not matter depending on your situation. So definitely go check out that video where I'm comparing them. But yeah, I have another of the medium hold, and honestly, it's probably going to get a decent amount of usage because I liked the way that my hair looked with the medium hold gel. Anyways, drop down in the comments below whatever was sparked while you were watching this video. I'm going to put some other videos up here for you to check out. Please do go through and support and subscribe. I post videos every week, and I will talk to you in the next one.